Hello and welcome to another episode of Unlimited Power TCG. In this one we're going to be looking at the Star Wars scene here in the UK, events going on around the country where you can play, and what is to come for the future of Star Wars Unlimited. So let's get straight in, but no, let's not get straight in. Let's do the stuff I normally do at the end of the video first, because I always leave it to the end. Please do the likey, subscribey, follow us, share us things. I'd say that it helps all YouTube's content creators and all this kind of stuff, and it does, but really I just like seeing the shiny numbers go up. It gives me a warm, glowy feeling inside. So anyway, yeah, moving on. UK events, the best place to find them and see where they are, where you can play SWU in the UK, stores that support them and are running events in your local area, is through the official Star Wars Unlimited event finder pictured on the screen beside me. Links will be in the video description below for this and all the other things that are mentioned in here for you to find at your leisure. You enter all the data in, you enter your dates, your range, radius that you're going to be looking for, and it will come up with weekly plays, events, stores stocking things local to your area per your defined parameters. If you know somewhere that is doing this stuff but is not in here, tell them to get in touch with their Asmodee representative, and they will get them set up and sorted for getting onto this website and this centralised database of all things Star Wars Unlimited. Other places you can look, though, are the Star Wars Unlimited UK Facebook group pictured here, and the UK Discord we've got going on as well. Once again, links are in the description below. The community is very active and healthy, very helpful. Ask a question, somebody's going to be able to pipe up with an answer to help out whatever you're trying to find out, be it rules, deck building, links, advice, events, ways to get started, ways to take the next step beyond getting started, all that jazz. Just dive right in. It's great fun. It's full of good people. People are what keep us all coming back to these games, really. So yeah, it's good. Anyway, moving on. This here is a list of 90 stores which were hosting store showdown events during the Set 4 period, which is just coming to an end now. So if you want to find an area that will support organised play for the game, possibly even weekly play, you can go and find like-minded people to get games in. Chances are that these 90 stores will still be doing so in the coming months. There are likely to be more if there are stores watching who wish to get involved in this but haven't done so. Again, get in touch with your Asmodee UK sales rep, and they'll be able to put you in touch with whoever you need to get involved in this. So yeah, have a quick shufty of that. Pause it if you want to. We're going to move on because we've got a little bit more stuff to talk about here. The next imminent thing, as of time of filming, in a couple of weeks' time, Legends of the Force will be having its pre-release, not from the Friday as is normal, but from Thursday the 3rd of July, over Friday the 4th, Saturday the 5th, Sunday the 6th, largely because July the 4th is a fairly big day in America, so I believe they've decided to allow it to be run from the day before so as to not interfere with a load of July the 4th celebrations, which is awesome, and it's even more awesome that all around the world we get to benefit from that as well, which is great. Excuse me. Then the following week, Legends of the Force will release in general purposes, so if you want to order your stock online, it can be dispatched from the 11th of July, but if you attend a pre-release and you've pre-ordered some booster packs or spotlight decks, carbonite packs, whatever your jam is, you can pick them up from the store, the pre-release that you attend a week early from the general release date of the 11th of July. Following on from the release of Legends of the Force, there'll be weekly plays. Stores that are supporting Star Wars Unlimited get given small packs of... They're like mini boosters that have got 3 cards in with alternate art treatments and foil treatments as well of the cards that are in the set that has just been released. Pictured below are some of the cards from Set 4 that they did in alternate arts, because they're not really relevant to Legends of the Force, and we don't know what the OP cards for the weekly play are going to be for Legends of the Force as yet, so that's just so that there's largely not a huge gap at the bottom of the screen there. Yeah, enjoy. Following on from that, store showdowns are events that generally have a maximum capacity of 32 players, take place at a local gaming store. As you saw in the image just before, there were 90 of them across the UK in the last 4 months over the Set 4 period from when that was launched in March through to July. Every participant gets a participant card, which in the last case was a Bosk, and then top 8 get either 1, 2, 3 or 4 copies of a slightly more premium card as a trophy for how they did. If you top 8, you get a top 8 marked card. If you're top 4, you get a top 8 marked card and a top 4 marked card, and then finalist the same, and then champion the same. And in this case, the card itself was Devastator. It was a very powerful meta card and quite valuable, so they were good to be won and was great to see. Hopefully the rewards for Store Showdowns and Legends of the Force will be comparable. Then we got the big one, the World Championships, the Galactic Championships as they're called, are being held late July, 2 or 3 weeks after pre-release and general release of Set 5 at the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas. If you're going, it's going to be awesome. If you're not, you're going to miss out on a whole load of stuff, but that's completely understandable because it's a lot of money from here in the UK. Lots of stuff will be going on there, as well as the actual World Championship itself. There's panels, there's deck techs, FFG are streaming something with some people. We're not entirely sure what the details are going to be. We expect, I say we, I expect there's probably going to be some announcements coming out of that along the lines of what's going on with Set 6, maybe what's going on in Year 3 of the game, because we don't know anything about the set names or otherwise for Sets 7, 8 or 9 yet in 2026. We also don't know many details yet about what's going on in high-level organised play beyond the Galactic Championships. There's a good chance that some announcements will be made concurrent with them or at the venue itself. And we'll do our best to keep you informed as and when news is made public, of course, and share it all around on the Discord and Facebook groups, and maybe do something here as well. So yeah. After the Galactic Championships, there will be what is essentially referred to as, or going to be referred to as Season 1. We had some planetary qualifiers, and we've had them for sets 3 and 4 previously. We had, I think it was 7 or 8. Then we had, I think, 12 of them for set 4. So planetary qualifiers, they're kind of like county level events. The size of them cap out at approximately 128 players, or whatever the cap size is for the venue that's holding it at, although I believe there is a minimum for being able to be selected to host the planetary qualifier. The prizes for them are much better than they are for Store Showdowns, in that everybody gets a participation card. You get the top 8, top 4 finalist and champion cards as well. You also get a special little acrylic initiative token in the colours of the set that you're having the planetary qualifier in, and the winner of the event gets a champion mat, of which obviously only people who've won the planetary qualifiers get one for each of the sets, so they're in extremely limited supply, very rare, and normally feature the key artwork as depicted a little bit below there for set 4. The planetary qualifiers prior to the Galactics have also featured a day 1 buy, as in, so the Galactics work on a 3-day basis. Day 1 will be however many thousand players are there playing 8 rounds of Swiss, and then anybody who wins 6 games or better goes through to day 2. Then they do it all over again. Whoever's got a buy plus whoever got in from day 1 does another 8 rounds of Swiss, and whoever wins 6 games from that goes through to day 3. And day 3 is where the really high level prizes and championships and finals all happen from there. So having a buy saves you a lot of grinding that you may have to do if you go to the Galactics. And FFG have also given a load of freebies, or will be giving a load of freebies to anybody with a day 1 buy who goes to the Galactics. Will be getting a exclusive Gamegenic deck pod, a mat with the Obi-Wan showcase art on it, and some sleeves from Set 5 Legends of the Force, and that's all really cool. So planetary qualifiers are like the first tier of seriously competitive gaming in Star Wars Unlimited, and hopefully after the Galactics or during, we'll find out what the plan is for planetary qualifiers going forward from then through to the next Galactic Championships. And we expect that they'll feature something along the lines of what's written down here. Sector qualifiers are essentially then like national championship level events. Regional qualifiers are what you might call continental level championship events, and the Galactic Championships are the global or world champs. In the preceding 4 months or so, we, just as a comparison so you might get a gauge of how frequent these events might take place in the following Season 1, which begins after the conclusion of the 2025 Galactics at the end of July. We had 1 sector qualifier in the UK in Liverpool. We had 1 sector qualifier on mainland Europe in Milan in Italy. and there was one regional qualifier for Europe that took place in Lille, in France. So whether or not we continue having 2 sectors and a regional every 4 months, who knows? Maybe there'll be more, maybe there'll be less, maybe they'll be spread around different places. We don't know yet, and hopefully we will find out at or shortly after the Galactic Championships in Vegas at the end of July, which I expected to be culminating Season 1 at the 2026 Galactic Championships, wherever they wind up being held. So, yeah, we will find out that hopefully very soon. Something else to look forward to. We do know that Set 6 will be called Secrets of Power. It is due for release in November of this year, 2025. We don't know when pre-release is going to be or the general release, but November's a good guess based on the release tempo and cadence that we've had so far. We've got no reason to expect any different. So we know that that is coming. We know that following Set 6, we know that Set 7, 8 and 9 have been in development for quite some time now. They are due to be released in March, July and November 2026. We don't know anything about them. We don't know their names. We don't know the themes. We know absolutely nothing. What we do know is that set rotation will begin in March 2026 with the launch of Set 7. At that time, Sets 1, 2 and 3, Spark of Rebellion, Shadows and Twilight of the Republic, Shadows of the Galaxy and Twilight of the Republic, will rotate out of Premiere. What that means is if you're playing in a constructed event using normal deck building constructed rules, you'll no longer be able to do so using cards from Sets 1, 2 or 3 unless they've been reprinted in subsequent sets. And at that time, the only sets legal for this constructed play and Premiere play will be Sets 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then when 8 comes out, 8 will be added. Then when 9 comes out, 9 will be added. And then when 10 comes out, we'll lose another 3 sets, 4, 5 and 6. And the cycle will continue from there is kind of the plan. That set rotation doesn't apply to everything. If you're playing Twin Suns, play whatever cards you like. There will be an Eternal format, which will be free of all set rotation stuff whatsoever. Just play if they've printed the card, it's legal for use. And the new format Trilogy is said to be using Eternal restrictions as well, which is, as to say, none. So the cards that you've used will not single-handedly become useless overnight. They'll just be less useful in the more as Premiere style of gameplay. There we go. Beyond that, we don't know what there is in the pipeline for Star Wars Unlimited. The game has been successful enough that it would be foolish to think that it's going to die. However, we just don't know what the picture looks like. I would hope and expect that we'll continue with the set cadence and release cadence that we've got. 3 sets a year, continuing into further avenues and sets and themes. With Set 5, we've seen that the Legends era stuff can be included in Star Wars Unlimited, so maybe we'll see such joys as Mara Jade, Corran Horn, the Wild Card, all that kind of stuff. Maybe even the Yuuzhan Vong and other strange things into Star Wars Unlimited, but we don't know what that picture is yet. So again, perhaps we'll find something more out at the Galactics or shortly after, but for now, the future beyond 2026 of Star Wars Unlimited is a bit of a mystery, but I'm fairly sure it will be there. So yeah, that's everything I've got to talk about with you guys now. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate all your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.